I think we made it live. Good morning,
Okay.
Val. This is Jean Favor. For those of you out there watching Internet World, Facebook Land, I'm a parent liaison with the Great Start Collaborative and Parent Coalition of Charlevoix, Emmett, and Northern Antrim counties. And I'm here, not here, but there, somewhere out there. Val and I are sharing a space here. She's at the Petoskey District Library today, and Valerie Meyerson is the director of the library up in Petoskey. And I welcome her to visit with us today and give us a little tour about what's going on there. Let us know, how we can access those resources and what's happening. So, Val, welcome and thank you for being with us today.
Oh, my pleasure, Jean. Thank you for inviting us. One of my favorite things to do is talk about the library. So glad that I'm here.
Perfect. Well, I know that you probably have a lot to say about the library. So,
Oh,
always, there's so much going on up there, and we're super glad to hear what you're doing. So, where are you right now? What are we looking at?
well, right now I'm actually on the stairway headed down to the children's department
My
because we're going to
favorite.
talk about the kids department and what we have going on to share with your families.
All right. So, before we get started, I guess I'm a Charlevoix. Well, I'm an East Jordan library patron, and so I always wonder, like, who can access the library services. So I know you need a library card to check out books and all that stuff. So what else? Like, who can access the services, and what do I need to do to get access? Where do I need to live? How does that work?
Oh, good question. Well, really, we try and provide service to everybody that comes into our library one way or another. We are our legal area, our legal contract area, who we give cards to include the city of Petoskey, residents of the city, and then residents of the townships from Little Traverse, Resort, Springvale, and Bear Creek Township.
Okay.
So that's kind of our base card holders. But we also provide library cards to all students going to school in our district. So that's all of the schools within those same governmental entities.
Oh, nice. So
Um,
whether you live in the district or not.
Correct. If you go to school in our area, you can have a library card. Also, if you work in our area, you can also have a library card.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so if you don't live here but you work here, we feel like the businesses are providing us taxes, so we give that as a benefit to their employees when they work. So
Awesome.
it makes so most people can get a library card. Now, if for some reason you don't qualify there, you can bring your local library card to our library, and we have reciprocal borrowing privileges with almost all of our neighboring
Oh,
libraries.
wow.
If you have a library card from where you live, usually that will work here. There are some exceptions to that, but most of them do work.
Okay, that's cool. So you could just come in and check out a book with, say, a Charlevoix library card, or
And yeah,
nice. That's cool. If anybody's watching, I can see there's a few people watching right now. So if you have any questions for Val or me or whatever, you can pop them in the chat and we will answer them. We'll get them answered for you today. So make sure you let us know what you're thinking about. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, I love that news. So you can come in and use some of the services. I know that I've gone to some programs and things with my kids without being a Petoskey District Library service area patient customer. So
right. You don't need to be a card holder to attend programs or to just visit and use our library. We have lots of stuff, especially for families. We have games and toys and stuff for kids and families to play with, and always welcome to come in, even if you don't have a card. So.
nice. So I don't have to like scan my card to get in the door. I can just come in
No.
and
Oh, yeah.
enjoy the facilities. That's so great, especially in the winter time when you're like, I don't know where to go. Let's go check out a new library. So
Exactly. It's a great rainy day place to be.
awesome. Okay, well, thanks for that information. Now we know who can get into library and how we can use it. So show us your where
Okay.
you're headed.
Well, I walk down. I'm coming from my office, so I'm coming down the children's department, and I'm going to flip my screen here to show you. So when you come into the library, you can see the children's department right here, and we love our owl. And if you look at the gateway into the department, it's also an owl. So this is our owl
Oh,
here.
that's cool.
The library. And so our kids department, it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of great things to do. While you're here, besides books, you can see there's lots of books here for everybody. But even better, or just in addition to, we have lots of toys.
It depends on who you are, right? Even better.
It does. One of my favorite additions, Miss Megan just added this little vet corner, so you can bring your stuffed toys into here, and they can visit the doctor while they're at the library.
That's critical. We need to make sure we keep our pets healthy, our stuffed pets.
Exactly. And of course, our trucks and truck path here is always really popular, as well as all of our toys on our toy shelf there, including blocks and linking toys as well. You can also see on our wall, we have our 1,000 books before kindergarten. This is a challenge that we give to parents of young kids before they get to school to read 1,000 books. And it sounds daunting,
so it's
but
like
it's
what?
not.
That's like 100 a year, or so right? Is that
Right? Well,
200
a year.
200 a year? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So that's
and it's really, it's not hard to do. We have a lot of people that participate in it. You can just come in and we give you little sheets to check off your books. And it doesn't have to be 1,000 different books. If you like to read, or your child likes the same book read 3 times before bed, you can count that 3 times. That's okay.
oh, awesome.
Yeah, and what's fun is Miss Megan is planning a baby prom for all the kids that are participating in our 1,000 books before kindergarten. That's coming up the beginning of May.
Oh, wow.
So we're pretty excited about that. The kids love it. It's a little party for them.
That sounds super fun. Yeah. I remember reading the same books, and these are short books. Remember, folks, these are not, you're not reading War and Peace. So
Exactly. Another fun thing that's fairly new in our collection are these baby bundles. These are our board books that you can see for younger kids. In these little packets, you can see these are really here for you and your child to take home. They are all theme-based. So you can see this one is Hands and Feet Baby Bundle. So all the books are going to be about your hands and your feet.
I love those.
And they come with about 5 books, and there's usually a toy in there as well.
That's
and
awesome.
You can see there's lots of different themes. This one is a sorting theme, and they are super fun, and it just makes it easy for parents to check things out. And you can see in there's books, and you pull it out, and there's little toys. This is in the sorting theme, so it's different things that you can work on sorting with your child.
And you said you can check those out and take them home?
You can check these out and take them home, and then bring them back when you're done.
Nice.
And you can see there's all sorts of different board books for your younger children to take home and read with your kids. And board books are really fun because the pages are easy for the little ones to turn, and lots of colorful pictures and not too many words on each page. So they're in no paper to tear.
Right.
So they make it really nice for those new fun readers.
Early readers. I wanted to say Savannah left a comment about the 1,000 books before kindergarten tracking app. So apparently you don't even have to do it on paper. There's an app.
Oh, nice.
For that
There's an app. I needed Miss Megan to share that with me. Yeah,
just click
there's
it.
An app for that. So that's really great. Or you can do paper on your fridge, old school. So you can see here we have lots of puzzles and toys for kids down here that you're always available for families to play with.
Fun.
Yeah. And I'm just walking down here to our program room because I thought I'd share this with you because this is where we do story hour in the library. Oh, it might be locked, but that's okay. You can see in there in the window. We do story hours Thursdays at 11.
Okay.
And that's a traditional story hour. And then Tuesdays at 11 is baby story hour.
Oh, fun.
So, that's a lot of fun, and kids can just drop in for that and attend a story hour. We really work on the premise of read, write, talk, sing, and play for everything that we do here at the Children's Library to really help develop those reading skills for our little ones.
Yeah, I love that. It starts right away. So I'm just picturing a
Exactly.
baby story hour with baby.
It,
That sounds adorable.
it is. It's 3 to 24 months, and it's one of my favorite times to be down in the library, down in the kids' library, is to come down here and see all the babies that are here. So it's a lot of fun.
I love that. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't exist. I remember taking my babies to story time. Actually, probably was back when you were still in Charlevoix. And just thinking how ridiculous it was that I was taking this little thing that couldn't talk, couldn't, do anything to a story time. And just having that validation from the librarians, like, no, this is super critical. It's important that they start young with the books and hearing it
It is.
and
It
having
is.
access to it. So
It's
I
all
was
the early literacy skills that are happening, and you don't even realize that
right.
you're helping your child learn to read just by playing patty cake with them.
Mm-hmm.
All those little games, and it's not just about reading words.
Right.
It's about really read, write, talk, sing, play.
Read, write,
So,
talk, sing, play. Yeah, those are all
yeah,
all the literacy bits that we don't always think about.
exactly.
Hmm. So, do you have? I know we've also done. If anybody's in here, I see people are here. Ask your questions in the chat, and we'll get them answered. Or share your experiences with the library. We love to hear those too. Um, I've been. We've done like programs at the Petoskey Library. There's been like music sometimes on Saturdays. I know we've done like a comic book thing. So, do you have like ongoing or like pop-up events for families and kids as well?
We do. We have our ongoing, and this is for older kids, like 8 and up. Probably we have a weekly chess program here in the library. That's really a wonderful way for kids to build some skills.
So there's somebody teaching chess.
Yep. We have,
Nice.
yep, it's not just a club, it's
Right.
teaching. And then they do monthly tournaments as well, that anybody's welcome to participate in the monthly tournaments. We also have a graphic novel club. Um, we have STEAM kits sometimes that come out,
Okay.
and different craft programs. So there are lots of different things that happen in the library that for all ages.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, right, and we're just focusing on the children's department, but clearly
Right.
there's a whole entire adult
Exactly.
teen departments in the library. And I'm trying to remember the children's areas. It kind of like half is the little kids and the other half is the bigger kids. So you can
Exactly.
kind of bring
So
everybody together to
yeah, where the toys are and the board books are, that's for the younger kids. But if you look over, this is our nonfiction area, and you can see this is the dinosaur section.
nice.
And these are all nonfiction books, which are for really, first grade and up. So
Okay.
that's all available here, as well as our media is down here as well. We have music CDs, books on CDs still, and movies, of course.
And we can check that stuff out too if we have a library card.
Yep, and
Music
all
and
that's
movies.
available to check out.
Nice.
So,
That's cool to have an
yeah.
option for some free movies and music.
Yeah. We also have all of our digital collections as well, which is really nice for road trips. If anybody's on a road trip and you want to listen to books, you can check out books on our digital application and have them right on the road with you.
So it's like an e-reader, so you can
You
read
can
it, or
stream
is
them right from your
audiobooks?
phone.
Okay.
Yeah, audiobooks you can stream right from your phone. It's just through our lib, where you can get digital books and digital audiobooks, and they come in all ages. So
fun.
all ages, you can, listen to a book with your family,
Mm-hmm.
a kid's book in
Right.
the car.
Right.
So,
Well, you're going for find a book that lasts as long as your car trip and
right.
get it downloaded. Well, that's cool. So you just use your library card number to create an
Yep,
account
you do.
for that.
You would download the Libby app. It's just LIBDY, and then you log into that with your library card number, and then you're ready to go. You can have
Nice.
5 items checked out at once.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely a benefit. So if you can't even get to the
yeah,
library, you can just check out a book from home or audiobook or
exactly,
whatever it is.
exactly. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Circulation of those really jumps right before vacation.
Yeah, and that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
All right, Val, what is there anything else that you'd want to touch on before we pop off?
No, did you have any other questions for me?
You answered a lot of them. It's really good to know who can access the library, and just feeling welcome to come in and pop in and play.
Uh-huh.
Pull out a game and play with your kids for a while. That's a pretty cool idea. And
It
the
is, and
kids section looks pretty sweet.
yeah, it's nice to just a nice place to spend a little bit of time with your kids and in the library and supporting their pathway to learning. So,
I guess my last question is, as a parent with children who don't always turn in their library books on time or they get lost, so what happens if I'm a delinquent card holder and maybe I have a book that's out for a while? How do I get my library privileges reinstated?
so that's a great question. We are a fine-free library, so there's no overdue fines.
Oh, okay.
So don't ever worry about that. We really just want to get the books back. So return those in your home free. We also understand that houses sometimes can be rambunctious, especially with little kids and with pets. And we're very lenient if there's a damaged book. Just bring them in. We really just want to know the story behind it, and no worries. We just want to have it so you can check books out, and we're understanding if something happens to one of our books. We'll work with you on that. So we really just want people to come in and use the library. And if you have old finds, no worries. Just come in and talk to us about it. We will help you clear those up, and so you can start checking out new books.
All right, that's good to know because I've been there before.
Yeah.
Well, awesome,
We
Val.
also, it's not, and if you're worried or embarrassed about coming in, number one, no need, but you can always drop books in our drive up book return,
Okay.
which is really handy. We do have outdoor returns, one in the alley behind our library, one in the front of the building, a walk-up one, and then we have them at all of our township halls.
Oh, really?
So if you're ever out and about, all the 4 townships that we partner with have book returns in their parking lots. So you're always welcome to use those, whether you live in the township or not.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, that's definitely a nice resource. I have to get all the way into the library.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, Val. I know there's so much more that the library has to offer, and especially in the adult section. So I would encourage everybody to definitely check out the website for the Petoskey District Library, and check out their Facebook. I know you've got stuff happening on Facebook, and
Yeah.
make sure you stay updated with what they're doing. There's everything is accessible for families, and such a great community resource. So thank you for joining us today, Val, and
Oh,
hopefully we'll get up there to the library and visit you soon.
great. Thank you, Jean. It was nice chatting with you today and all of your parents as part of the collaborative. So,
Great. Have a great day, everybody. Let us know. You can still pop comments in the chat once we're off here, and we can get answers to you as well. So have a
great.
good weekend, everybody.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye bye.